Hey everyone, it's Holanda. Welcome back. I know today is normally not a day that I would record, but the same topic has been coming up all weekend. And so I felt like it was just to be that I share the information that has been told to me. All right, so just so you know, this is not so much a GLP-1 update video, but more or less a remembrance of what we should be doing as we continue through our GLP-1 journeys. And that is take time, don't let time take you. And I say that with all sincerity, so I'll repeat it. Take time, don't let time take you. And I will say, I heard it from an old student. I happen to be shopping in Walmart and I see her a lot. I do. A lot of students in our area, they go to a local community college, so they have full time or part time jobs at the grocery stores, at the car washes, at the food places. And this particular student graduated in 2017 from my high school. Um, and she has been at Walmart ever since. She's been taking one or two classes here and there, and she noticed the weight loss. She saw me, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, look how much weight you've lost." The delivery could have been a little different, but she came back when she said, "Take time, don't let time take you." And I sat there holding my debit card, and I was like, "Ain't that's good? That is good." And what brought that on is she remembered that in my class, when we did our vision boards, one of the things that was on my vision board was to lose weight. Again, I made a video about that long, long time ago, but it's one of those things we fall forward. We don't wait till January 1st to say, hey, these are our goals for the year. No, we look at the goals and we start nitpicking away to make sure it's an achievable goal. Well, from that time till this year, I have not lost the weight. And I guess it was just something that stuck in her head like, dang, you still ain't lost the weight. Even though for her, her goal was to go to college. And because of her culture, there was some concern about females going to college. She's the first generation in her family to go to college. And again, she's a female. All her brothers have gone to college, but there were some concerns about her going to college. So she could go as long as she stayed home, and there were a bunch of rules set in place. I did help her get a couple of scholarships because that's what I do. But she was able to, take her goal and nitpick it down. So by this coming up May of 2025, she will graduate with her bachelor's. Yes, it took her a hot minute, but like she said, I took the time. I did not let time take me. And I was like, dang. And she was like, you're doing the same, miss. You're losing the weight. You could have just kept waiting, right? Yeah, I could have. I could have just kept waiting. Um, and I kid you not, there was a line of people behind us, but as she and I kept talking, they were looking and getting more intrigued into the conversation. No one seemed bothered, like literally. And it's the holidays. We at Walmart. People had carts. The lady behind me started chiming in. I told my student I lost 67 pounds, and it's one day at a time. One day I'm making choices. I'm making choices every day. I'm making a choice. And she was like, yeah, that's like with me. Because sometimes they want her to work longer, but she knows she needs to study. And so she's like, I can't, because if I drop in my grades, that becomes a whole argument in her family. And it's not just her mom and dad, it's like a whole family of community. So if her grades slip, it's everyone coming at her. So each day, she has a pretty strict regimen of when she studies and how many hours she can work. And in case you didn't know this, her parents would not pay for her college. To each his own, hence why the scholarships were so needed. But those scholarships only ran for 2 years. So her first year in college, she got it, and some of it rolled over to her second year. And then the second scholarship, she was able to roll over as well. but each year she only takes 1 or 2 classes each semester, 1 or 2. So she's finally able to graduate this May. And I say that again because we have to take time, and we should not let time take us. For the most part, that's what we've been doing. We have been waiting for the right time. Maybe I'll start, strength training tomorrow. And then tomorrow would come and go, and we would have never strength trained. And I am guilty of that. I do not put strength training in my fourth in the front of my head. I am goal oriented on walking, because this girl would barely walk 1,000 steps a day. Barely, barely. Now I'm averaging between 4,000 and 5,000 a day, which I'm so proud of. I see people who have 10,000 a day, and I want to get there. I do. And I'm going to have to take some time to get there. But what I'm not going to do is let time take it from me. I'm not going to let time dictate that in 5 years I'm finally able to walk 10,000 steps a day. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep nitpicking. And, maybe by March, I'm walking 6,000 steps. Maybe by September, I'm at 8,000 steps. But each day is an opportunity for us to make a change. Each day. You know why? Because we control that. We may not control time, because time's going to keep going. And with that being said, we have to do what we have to do to manipulate it. Yeah. We have to do what we have to do to manipulate the time. So today might be a day you have a headache and you really don't want to go for that walk. Got you. But what could you substitute for the walk? Is it, you grab some canned goods and you do a set, 10 of these while you watch this video? Maybe, just maybe. You do 10 of these with the canned goods, and you'd be like, all right, that little bit was better than doing nothing. I kid you not, this morning I slept in. I enjoyed it. I slept in. And none of my kids had anywhere to go. Actually, for the most part, they don't have anywhere to go. Everything they want to do is more fun, like hanging out with friends or going to dinner with their boyfriend, that kind of stuff. So this morning I slept. When I got up and started making my breakfast, actually my son made my breakfast. I needed some more protein in the breakfast. So I had to add some protein, I added some bacon. I noticed I was home alone, like literally nobody was home. Everybody was gone. And then they started coming in one by one. They were running, they're in the backyard shooting hoops. My daughter had gone on a 20-mile bike run or bike ride. I keep saying run, bike ride. But they were all doing something. And I did not have to tell them to go do it. And so that reminded me, girlfriend, if your kids are doing it, you need to do it. So I put on my sauna suit, and this girl walked the cul-de-sac. And I did it. Normally I would wait in the afternoon. I was like, girl, use this time now. You don't have nothing to do other than to eat. So eat your breakfast and get to walking. And that's what I did. And that actually gave me more energy to do some of the other things, like do some shopping for a video, like make some phone calls that I probably would have waited to do. Yeah. So just little things, y'all. We know the time is going to keep going, but there's no guarantee that we will. Many of us have comorbidities, I can never say that word, that could at any day stop our clock. At any day, stop our clock. So why don't we make little choices that's going to help keep our clock going? Because every day we have an opportunity to change who we are to become who we want to become. So take time. Don't let time take you. Y'all take care.